Good morning, everybody. I liked it when Ashita came and made that statement. हम सब A60 वाले हैं. And it really feels nice to be in a room which is packed with people who are going to be with us at A60. Whatever has gone through in the last few segments that you saw, the results that you saw, it's so heartening to see this, especially when these are all successes arrived at by design and not by default. I think give yourself a huge round of applause for making sure that we have this success by design. What is important to understand is that in this success, we have a huge partnership. Every time within the company, whatever we speak about, it's always about how can we partner even more stronger with you in making sure that this business is remaining meaningful and growing from time to time in line with the market conditions outside. And that can only happen when, as Anshu said, when you start trusting us, and we start trusting you with the decisions that you want us to take. The segment that is ahead is basically speaking to you about the core plan, the rewards that the plan offers. So we are going to be speaking to you about the sales plan. We are going to be speaking to you about leadership bonus enhancements.'re going to be speaking to you about the Founders Achievement Award, growth incentive program, and we are going to be speaking about the consistency bonanza as well. Every single thing that we speak over here, it's all connected to your business and your profitability from the business. The global direction that we have is to ensure that whatever we do strengthens your core plan income and reduces the dependencies on the discretionary income that the plan that the business offers. Now, when it is moving your money from one bucket to another, we thought, is it right for us to decide whether this is where we should move the money, or should we actually partner with you and make sure that you are aware as to what are the best ways to move these monies, and we move that monies accordingly. So the entire segment that we are going to touch today is something that we've really worked upon closely with the entire leadership, and when I say that, I mean the Leadership Advisory Council. If we have to speak about our sales plan, what are the key focus matrices that we want to impact through our sales plan? We want to ensure that we reduce the time it takes for a person to earn his first bonus check. We want to ensure that we pay to more. We want to ensure that there is pay change happening. We want to ensure that the income remains competitive across all levels. These are the matrices that we wanted to impact. And 2 years back, when we reviewed our sales plan and brought in the new sales plan, these were the key things that we wanted to touch upon through the sales plan changes. So let's see what are the numbers speaking for itself. Our first day to first pay and pay to more objectives, both were showing very strong trends. We had 174% growth in the number of people who qualify for their bonus check in a shorter duration of time from joining. We had 143% growth in the total number of people who qualify to earn a bonus check month on month. So these two were clear-cut wins for us. However, we still saw an opportunity to do better when it came to segment migration from our 12% to 15%. And that's where we actually, for the very first time, started interacting with our Leadership Advisory Council a couple of months back and understanding from them what are the opportunities available to us in this particular segment. So when we spoke to them, we actually did a survey amongst the Leadership Advisory Council, and we picked up areas where there were strong opportunities available to us. Then we also ensured that we partnered with them in drafting examples as to what are the different scenarios that we can get into with the sales plan change. This was a major step because it's not very often that we change our sales plan. But because the global direction was moving to ensure that we strengthen the core plan income and start moving away from the discretionary part of it, we thought, let's use this opportunity to review this sales plan and make sure we have everything intact and keep it absolutely in line with what the leadership wants. I would actually want one of you to come and speak to you about the changes that are coming up in the sales plan, because trust me, if we had to do it ourselves, we wouldn't have come with this plan, which you're going to see just now. That plan is already live. About 15 days back we launched it. It's live in the market, but it is something that you have created for yourself, and that what we believe will make it work best. So I'll take this opportunity to invite Mr. Anil Narang to represent the Leadership Advisory Council and speak to us as to how is it that the plan is going to work for us. I'll just get you a mic.
All right. Thank you. मेरे लिए तो the takeaway of the meeting for the entire meeting is that India is the #1 growing market in the world. So that's the biggest takeaway. और कई बार ये सुनना ही काफी होता है कि इंडिया ग्रो कर रहा है, बस ठीक है. And we were waiting, to hear this, and we are so super excited. India is growing, so we all have to grow. And today is the best time to build a business now. और ये sales and marketing plan was very close to my heart and very close to the heart of many LSE members. तो जो sales plan जब 2 साल पहले change हुआ, so we brought this plan and this plan was wonderful because 6% level was 100 PV, so it worked very well. नए लोगों को first day, first pay, it worked very well for them. 500 PV 9% and then 500 to 1500, there's a big gap, and 1500 to 4000 was also a big gap. So यहाँ पे कुछ लोग अटकते थे. So we talked to everybody, and LSE works so closely, and Anshu and Chinta and the team is we have such a good partnership, and one of the best team in the Amway India we have ever seen in the last 20 years. Can we give them a big round of applause? And thanks for them, they listened, and we brought a new plan. इसको change हुआ, और change इतनी जबरदस्त. I'm super excited about the change because the change is this. नई slide. तो 2 नए level introduce हुए, 11% and 13%. So 500 to 1200, 500 से 1200. Only gap is only 700. So even if you have 2 legs, तो यहाँ पे पहुँचना बहुत ही आसान. And then 13% new level introduced. I think first time in the world, history of Amway worldwide, इस तरह के नए level introduce हुए. इससे क्या हुआ कि level छोटे हो गए और नज़दीक आ गए, और एक भी अगर अच्छी लगे साइड में कुछ है तो बंदा यहाँ पे जल्दी पहुँच सकता है. So I'm really super excited about this new plan because of these small levels. And all the people who are listening, you all know very well, but all the people who are listening, I can tell that we can use this plan to go further up and build bigger business. And more 12% means more 15%, and then more silvers, more platinums, and more higher pins. I'm super charged up, and so all this is growing and growing all time. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much, Anil.
Thank you.
I think I would like to give a huge round of applause to the entire Leadership Advisory Council for taking out their time during their busy schedules, over the phone, on the mail, to contribute their thoughts when we changed the plan this time. And we would have actually never thought about coming up with what we finally did, ensuring that we have the slabs at the right places, so that we have pin migration right from the bottom till the top, and ensuring that everybody has a good structure. This is basically a plan which we believe strongly, along with the LSE also, it will help you look beyond the minimum. So it's not about doing 100 points at 6%, it's about going beyond 100 and getting as close to 500. It's not about going 500 at 9%, it's going beyond 500 and getting as close to the next slab as possible. So in the earlier plan, the gap was a little bit huge, so people were not actually looking at going that extra mile. This plan ensures that you enlarge your vision within the slab, so that when you actually move and build your business, it's no longer a 10,000 PV business. And as Anshu says, 12,000 is the new 10,000. And that's what we really want to achieve through this plan. We want you to make more volume so that there's more money that is generated within your team. There are other things that are going to impact, and when we see at the global direction, that's what it is. The global direction is to ensure that we move away from discretionary and get into the guaranteed part of the business. The core plan part of it gets strengthened. And when the volume comes in at the foundation pin, as you go higher, you don't only enjoy the benefits from the sales commission schedule, you also start participating in other bonuses, which is your leadership development commission. I would like to take this opportunity to call one another leader amongst you all to come and speak to us about how can the announcements that are going to be made from here be leveraged upon to ensure that every one of us has a very strong core plan income.